Y'all have heard me say in some videos that some of our men and women are not men and women. Some of our people are perfectly content with living their lives the way it is, wallowing in misery, causing dissension among other people. Now, the past few weeks, we've seen Tommy Sotomayor, and I forget the sister name, and please forgive me, sister. They had a disagreement. And they've gone back and forth with each other. Now, I've stated before, and I even spoke to Tommy before, that I wasn't getting involved in this because there have been people out here trying to pull me into it. And I don't know why. I mean, I understand why. I got a good understanding why some people are doing it, but I don't understand what they get out of it. Truly get out of it. And then I started thinking about this is nothing new within the black community. We've always had people who want to cause dissension and harm among each other. Now, another reason why I wouldn't jump in the thing between Tommy and his sister is because the very thing that's going on between Tommy and his sister has happened to me. There have been YouTubers out here who have questionable mindsets. And when I mean by questionable mindsets, baby mamas, wannabe thugs, gangsters, racist or self-hating black people who don't want you calling out their behavior. See, as long as we go along and don't say anything, they can get away with doing whatever the hell they want, and they like that. They want to be able to move with impunity. But some of us out here don't like that. We're tired of biting our tongue. We're tired of getting lumped in the group with them. Now, I've put out videos showing y'all who's been doing what. And some of these very same people that are critiquing that sister, critiquing Tommy, have came to my channel. I recognize the names and shit, and I'm just sitting back and saying, ain't this a blood? Some people are playing both sides because they want to see drama. Their lives mean so little, so they want to see two black people go at it. Whether it be a black man, a black woman, a black man, a black man, or a black woman, a black woman, or a group of us go at it. And I told y'all I was not going to engage in that shit. That's too fucking childish. But I had a YouTuber come to me and give me a heads up about somebody leaving a message on Tommy video stating that I said something or doing something worse than those white guys. Now, some of y'all don't know. I communicated with Tommy. Tommy said, I know you don't want to get involved. And he said, I appreciate you not jumping in this shit. And I said, I'm not taking nobody's sides. Because as I said before, I know what I saw. I know what I've heard. I got my opinions, but there's other things that I didn't see or hear. Because people remove comments, people post videos up, they get taken down, whatever. And plus, I think that we're, as black people, a little too old to be doing what we're doing. We'll agree to disagree and keep stepping. But some of y'all don't want to end it that way. Some of y'all want to keep this stuff going. And a lot of these people who claim to be black are not black. It got me thinking about how Dr. King, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, and so many of our other black brothers and sisters have been betrayed by their own. Every day we got people within our community, a small group but vocal, killing other black people for shits and giggles. We've allowed those people, that mindset, to become the face and voice of our community. And I refuse as a black man to stand by and continue to let people like that have a voice. Some of y'all can't take what I say. Fine. We all have different upbringings. We all have different experiences. But I don't believe in sugarcoating shit. If you got issue with me because I served the military, get over it. I served, it's over with. If you got issue with me because I don't coon a buffoon, that's your problem. If you got issue with me because I don't have a thing for baby mamas, that's your issue. If you have an issue with me because I don't like so-called players, that's your issue. But don't come here trying to mind fuck me into saying somebody said something about me and don't think I'm an investigator or that I'm not old enough to understand, hey, that person said what they're going to say. It ain't the first time I've been called out my name. Once you reach a certain age, you figure if a person, all they can do is curse at you and call you out your name, that means they vocabulary, their education, or their maturity is very limited. I've talked about business. I've talked about politics. I've talked about religion. I've talked about movies. I've talked about things that affect our people. And y'all saying like, I don't see the connection. Fine, you don't. As I said, some of our people don't think on that level. Some of y'all have been conditioned to think in plain ways. Some of y'all have been conditioned, if the pastor or reverend don't tell you what to think, you don't think for yourself. If you don't see it on a music video, on television, talk show, it doesn't exist to you. If you don't see it within your neighborhood, it doesn't exist. That's how some of y'all want to live. Fine. But if you come to my channel calling me out my name or bringing shit about another YouTuber to me and it has nothing to do with the video, I will block you. And that's one of the reasons why the person that came to me said because another YouTuber came to my channel talking about Tommy. And I got the messages up and I had blocked the person. I said, why are you coming here talking about this? This had nothing to do with the video. For the last 3 weeks, they've been trying to get me to say something about their brother. Why? People like when black men fight each other. Because if we're fighting each other, we ain't paying attention to the shit they doing. Now, some of y'all out here saying, oh, I'm on this pro-black shit. I never said I was pro-black. Or you in one of those countries. I never said I was conscious. I said I'm a brother that don't like the shit that he sees in this community. I shouldn't have to be afraid to go on a certain part of town if I want to make a purchase or eat somewhere. I shouldn't have to be concerned every time I walk in a business that I'm going to be treated like crap because another brother and sister didn't do right by the people they was dealing with. I shouldn't have to explain myself around every time I meet somebody about what some other black person has done or said. I shouldn't have to play dumb or hide my opinions when it comes to stuff because some brothers and sisters been afraid to talk. Some of y'all need to grow the fuck up. Some of y'all need to understand that if you don't want to be around this type of talk, go to another channel. Go watch your music videos. Go watch your booty shaking videos of your guys fight. Watch those videos. But don't come here trying to start shit with me and other YouTubers. I've told y'all that's why I got this screen capture software, to catch y'all doing the shit y'all doing. Now, some of y'all pissed off because I wouldn't respond to y'all or I wouldn't jump or bow down to you. And that's what you pissed off at, male or female. But as I said before, we got a group of black people that walk among us. They either don't know their history or are not descendants from black slaves, have a different mindset. Some of y'all have misheard comments or taken things out of context or never watched any of my videos. You go about what somebody else has said. People don't, what the problem is with me, I ignore a certain type of individual. You come to my channel to call me out my name, I remove the comment or I block you. And people can't stand that shit, or I don't respond to you. But trying to get me to attack that sister or attack Tommy, it ain't going to work. And I hope to God they don't fall for any of this shit. We are too motherfucking old to be going back for like little boys and little girls. If I have a disagreement with you, I will address it to you personally. I will send you a message. I wouldn't do it in a video format. Because people have taken people's videos and chopped them up and taken things out of context. And tell you how you know that somebody is fucking around when your channels are getting flagged, your videos and channels are getting false flagged. I had a sister send me a message about Tommy last week, and I said, I'm not getting it. Well, if you don't say that, it means you for him. Wait a minute, I could be for the sister for all y'all know. And I believe that sister turned around and false flagged my channel because I pointed out what she was trying to do. I've had men sitting there with black men come to my channel saying, yeah, man, Tommy is this and that. I'm like, why y'all? If y'all got issue, take that with Tommy. I'm not going to let y'all come to my channel and be an open forum for that shit. I've seen, it's 2 YouTubers that I've subscribed to, male YouTubers, that I've seen go back and forth. And I'm telling y'all, I've read some of the comments. I said, I think that's YouTube or somebody was impersonating that person going back and forth. I told those brothers I ain't getting into y'all issues, and they both respected that. But I said to them, I said, I think YouTube is behind this. See, a lot of y'all don't understand when people working behind the scenes who want to manipulate us because they get a kick out of seeing black people fight. Those white guys that jumped up into that business, they was loving that. They was loving that. You had people who even know who Tommy was jumping in, and then they was leaving comments on the people who were leaving comments on this video. Even the people that were disagreeing with Tommy, those white guys, and I guess that one boy, I don't even think he was white, was making rude comments to them. And I'm reading these comments. I'm like, boy, y'all don't realize y'all being played. All we did was generate traffic for them on their channels. You're the extra stuff. Why is it that white people coming to black themed channels? You're the extra stuff. Why is it that George Zimmerman channel is still up and nobody flagged that? You're the extra stuff. Why Klan channels and neo-Nazis and Zionist channels are still up? You go to their channel, they call us niggas and apes and coons all day, but we don't go after them. We're not proactive. We're reactive. We have no problem attacking each other because that's what we've been conditioned to do. Because you know damn well it's not going to be a lot of us coming out there standing up saying, stop it, brother and sister. Because a lot of us live in fear that y'all going to turn around and do us in. So for those brothers and sisters who are having disagreements with a particular YouTuber or a bunch of YouTubers, don't ask me or other YouTubers to jump in and join your battle. You're a man and you're a woman. You deal with it yourself. Or y'all just sit there and say, you know, we're adults. They have their opinion. I have my opinion. Let's agree to disagree. Move on. Some of us out here on the YouTube or just in society need to grow the fuck up because we're going to pay for this 30, 40 years down the line. We're going to pay for this division. So y'all come to my channel trying to say Tommy said this or did that. I ain't falling for it because as I said before, I watch your videos, I read the comments. I know who said what. And like I said, y'all don't know if I agree with the sister. Y'all don't know if I agree with Tommy. Or I might not agree with either one. Some of y'all didn't even think to use that train of thought. Fight your own battles or just leave it alone. Put your own videos up. When I put these videos up, my thing, yes, they're my opinions, but guess what? If you go back and do the research, you say, wait a minute, he did say that happened. Wait a minute, you know what? He did say that. He did give his date. He did give his time. Like I told y'all when I just first started my videos, I may not always be right. So I suggest you guys go to the library, do your research, turn on the TV, have your BS meter on. But some of y'all won't do that. Y'all like when motherfuckers tell y'all what to think and what to do. Then when you reach a certain age, you want to get bitter and stop blaming those closest to you. As I said before, I love history. I go back and do my research. I listen to my fathers and my aunts and uncles and my surviving grandmother. They told me how it was for blacks then and what they dealt with since that time. They talk about how Brother Malcolm and Brother Martin and them was set up and Brother Fred was set up by people who looked just like us because we wanted that dollar or we wanted to live next to the so-called dominant. But coming to my channel or going to another YouTuber then, well, yeah, Harvey Superboy, a.k.a. James something such, said this or James said this about you. If you ain't heard in the video or if I ain't sent you a message and say, hey, I think this, it ain't come from me. I've had people sending me messages under another YouTuber name, and I ain't never told these YouTubers half of it. I just sit there and say, what's the point? I know these are trolls doing this. Are we going to have disagreements? Yeah, we're human beings. We're going to have disagreements. But we need to be mature enough to say, you know what, I'm not going to call you at your name. Hey, sister, I don't agree with you on that. Hey, brother, I don't agree with you. And I'm a big boy. I don't care if y'all like me or not. But just don't sit and try to stop me from speaking my piece. Because there are people out there who probably do agree with me. Or probably see it the exact same way. No other group of people does this or allow this shit to happen. We can't go into a quote-unquote Asian or Latin community and turn them against each other. Even those who hate some of their own will never turn against them. There are white people who hate other white people. They would never turn. They would never give us the satisfaction. But we don't have such reservations. We turn around. We'll call each other out our name so fast. And then what gets me, I point out the stupidity in some of our black celebrities and politicians. Y'all, how dare you talk about such and such? I'm like, that brother and sister selling you down the river, and you don't see it. I've done videos defending our black women, but they don't mean anything. There are a group of black women out here who attack a black man no matter what he says or does. There are videos out here, or brothers out here to attack a video I've done, and I'm sitting like, dude, why are you attacking me? I haven't done anything to you. I had this one guy say, I don't buy all that pro-black shit you talking. Wait a minute, because I'm speaking about it, because I think it can happen, or I see things that affect our people and you can't deal with that. No, a lot of it is that you pissed off. A lot of it is that y'all afraid that y'all going to go to work or go to school. One of your classmates or your coworkers going to say, you know, I was on YouTube the other day and I came across this guy by the name of Harvey Superboy, also known as James Jackson. And he said this about white people. He said this. Do you feel that way? Oh, nah. You know how some black people are. They on that militant shit. They on that black pride, Black Panther, black nationalist shit. But deep down, you know damn well what I'm saying and what other brothers and sisters are saying is the truth. But you're so afraid, but you don't want to admit it. So at work, you docile. But you come home, you want to be big and bad and tough. See, y'all hate the fact that I'm putting that out there. I'm mentioning that because that's messing y'all game up. That's what's fucking y'all head. He telling too much. Why you do all these videos? You need to slow down. Don't tell me what to fucking do. Do you and not do me. But when I see black men out here going back like a little girl saying, well, Harvey said this about you, Tommy. I ain't said nothing about that brother. And me and that brother have communicated. Whether he remember or not, as I said before, he's a busy dude. He probably get tons of messages. And that's what y'all betting on. Even when those black women was lying on me, I wouldn't get in the mud with them. That's what's burning y'all up, that I take the high road, that I'm not going to coon and buffoon. Some of our people thrive off this misery. I'm not one of them. Y'all going to try a little bit harder to try to mind fuck me. But if those brothers and sisters that I know fall for it, shame on you. Step back and observe. Step back and listen. Just watch and listen to what's being said and what's being done. Because a lot of y'all wake up like, damn, I didn't realize they was doing this shit to me. Because we've been conditioned to hide or suppress our feelings when it comes to dealing with people outside the community, but be bold and boisterous and turn that anger and frustration on our own people. This is why our people out here shooting and robbing and stealing and raping and demeaning each other's character, because we've been conditioned to do that. And when a brother and sister realize that's not what they want to do, we become a threat. Like I said, I wasn't taking anybody's sides. I don't take anybody's sides. I may have my own opinion, but I ain't going to put it out here. There's some things I have to keep close to me. Now, I will say this, and I ain't afraid to say this, that some of our women look at us as the enemy. And the guys that they should be questioning, they give all their love and they support to. Then when those guys use them, they want to run back to us. By then, it's too late. Guys, same thing go for you. You sit here and dog a woman all you want, and they think when you reach a certain age or a certain point in your life that, oh, she's just going to be there waiting. No, it doesn't work out that way. And y'all going to say, what this got to do with Tommy and somebody saying you said something about him or said something about somebody else? What I'm saying is that this he versus she versus he, she shit, a lot of us have outside agitators. And some of them look just like us. And we hate to admit this, but it's true. So I'm asking my fellow YouTube, especially my male YouTube buddies, whether we subscribe, whether you watch my videos or not, or whatever. Don't let yourself to be used. Don't allow yourself to be played. Don't allow your channel to become a destination for gossip. There's things that we need to address in our community. We can't do it when we're fighting each other the way we are. Think about it.